From a dealership standpoint, because we have a lot of dealers who actually watch this podcast, we have over 20,000 followers now. Hopefully we'll get a lot of people. We're going to boost this. This is going to be an interesting result that we give the podcast. Let's talk about something like cost per acquisition. I've run some really big Facebook campaigns. One of them, I had a $79,000 a month budget, which was pretty good. And we were obviously really concerned with cost per acquisition. On average, what can a dealer expect?
I honestly couldn't tell you because you have to understand, like, people use us differently, or at least execute, which is the most important aspect,
Sure,
differently, right?
Sure.
So, you'll have a dealer. I mean, especially today, dealers have really realized the importance of their brand. We're going to be launching a dealer loyalty study, which also has a brand loyalty study. And listen, dealer loyalty is still at an all-time low, right? So for every car they sell, they might not get that person back. Yeah. So they've learned, and like, price is not an issue right now. Like, there are no cars, especially as we talk about new and used, are at the highest premium they've ever been. Right. So we're not selling price. If you're selling price, you're actually just negotiating with yourself, trying to not make as much money. So then what becomes the differentiator? Right. Well, it's the buying process. It's the experience. And all the data shows, like, this is what's going to be coming out here in the next year or two. I mean, I've been talking about it for 2 years, but it's finally going to start to come out that consumers in the auto business now care more about the experience than the price. And in fact, price ranks 7th in our study on what the customer service was number 1. And, inside and outside of auto retail, if you do research on that, you'll see that, yeah, people are willing to pay a premium for customer service, for the experience. But in our world, and listen, I sold cars in the 90s, and I was in store. We were so trained on that 30-day acquisition. Got to hit my number, 30 days, 30 days, 30 days. Now the OEMs played a role in that. And obviously the floor plan played a role in that. Like, there's a lot of variables that played a role in it. But as we start to focus on the why buy, dealers are starting to see that they don't have to negotiate with themselves on price, and they're going to be able to hold their gross longer because it's all about customer service and experience.